Do you know of the health risks that are posed to the people working in Korle as well as the surrounding areas of the hospital? Korle has been in existence for 100 years. They have not had any renovations. They haven't had any drainage system put in place. Did you see the maggots? Like, hey, is a fish we bed you? Mamma pedo kuno in that area or whoop the kuno dear whoop fish now was all win so munamne. Newman. It's all good bush. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Chopping Block. My name is Manifect. You know how we do it. Let's get into it. So, I saw this news. I saw this video on X. It was released a day ago, I think a day or two ago, by Godwin Asidiba. Yeah, TV3 released this video. I know with the ongoing fix the country and free the citizens, this video might go unnoticed. So I want to use this platform to amplify, because what I saw in this video, and it's heart wrenching. Hey, Nipan says you, like, we are nothing. We are nothing. Like our end in the air. Pasa time. So they did an expose. Warren Asidiba did an expose on the Korle Teaching Hospital, the Morgue to be specific. He did an expose on the Morgue 2 years ago and highlighted on a deplorable state of the Morgue and the health risk and all that. Recently, they've done another expose, another documentary on the Morgue to find out if its current state, the state of the Morgue, has improved since they made an expose on it 2 years ago. Before you watch the video, viewer discretion advised, because the images, although they are blurred, very graphic. Very, very graphic.
Inside is haunting. Bodies once again are piled on the filthy bare floors, covered in flies. The dilapidated conditions have only worsened, with water droplets from decomposing bodies pooling on the ground, unable to drain due to clogged and poorly maintained channels.
Do you know of the health risks that are posed to the people working in Korle as well as the surrounding areas of the hospital? I hear there's even this water body around the area, around the hospital. That is where they filter the fluids that they use to clean the dead bodies. That is where they filter the water, and it's dumped. They don't even filter, it's just channeled in straight into the water. It's just channeled straight into the water. That rack that bodies are piled on, that rack is supposed to, one rack is supposed to contain one dead body. They have piled them on the racks, 3, 4, 5. Some of the bodies are just on the floor, so rotting. The stench, the fluids that is used to wash the dead bodies, the fluid, the water that they use in the morgue, the teaching hospital. Basically, all the water used to finish free hospital, it is dumped. It flows through a channel and it goes straight into the Korle Lagoon. And that lagoon, people go there and fish. They go there. Hashtag in Sumunam. They go there and fish. And they sell it. They eat the fish. Bro, do you know the amount of the kinds of diseases that people have and it results in their death? HIV, gonorrhea, tuberculosis, Ebola. I don't know about COVID. Maybe the COVID bodies some are not there, but I don't know. Even putting the risk to the environment aside, what is doing to that lake, and people still go there to fish. In the video, he interviewed a fisherman.
Much if you want
much sa fish na mowe.
Yeah, pa because we go say enemy new and once I watch you
They know that water the water being filtered from the teaching hospital comes straight into the lake. But they still go there, they catch the meat, and they eat it because they have nothing else to do. That is their only source of income. That is their livelihood. He interviews a woman. The woman says, yeah, she knows that the water flows into the river. The water flows into that lake. Fine. She goes there. She buys the fish. She sells them to people on the marketplace. Sells the bigger fish to big men. Goes sells the fish to the people there in Korle. So the waste that's being dumped into the lake, at the end of the day, we end up consuming it back into our system.
Because of problem, customs, tinam for me go mom. Say ya kesi I so me the Korle any pay for na me the man.
He asked the old man that, do people get sick? He said, yes, people get sick, but I don't know, they don't know the reason why they get sick.
We to me high, but say ebia obi ba yare kwa nyimadu ayare adekwa mu oya.
Deliberately selling contaminated food, contaminated fish, and other seafoods to people. But at the end of the day, you can't blame them. They are not the ones dumping it into the water bodies. You can't also blame the hospital as well. They don't have any drainage system to filter, to clean. Korle has been in existence for 100 years. They have not had any renovations. They haven't had any drainage system put in place. Did you see the maggots? Like, flies and maggots too. Flies and maggots. Jesus. Flies and maggots. A morgue, a place where it is supposed to be your second to final resting place. After you are dead, you don't go shame, no one chill. You're supposed to go there and chill. Chill for maybe some months, some weeks, some years. Cry, what do? You're supposed to go there and chill before you go down into the ground and you rest. No, you are going there to be piled on top of other people. You're piling that rock is supposed to be one person. They are piling them. Because there's no more space. There is no more space. The freezers aren't working. The stench. Me personally, I haven't been to Korle Hospital before, but I cannot give credit. I cannot say that the place stinks or not. But wow, if you imagine the stench. Not imagine. You smell it. So imagine the stench from hundreds upon hundreds of decomposing bodies. This video, if it's not amplified, it will go unnoticed. It will go unnoticed under this fix the country, we free the citizens. It will go unnoticed under these two hashtags trending right now in the system. It is very appalling. It is very serious. 2 years ago, when he did the interview, the man in charge at the time said that they were looking for funds. They were allocating funds to build a new morgue and a new with modern facilities to host everything. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Emmanuel Autry is the acting director of the agency.
The working conditions is not the best, let me put it that way. But the agency, of course, is making frantic effort to ensure that the working conditions in which they work improves. The usual challenges of a new facility, we are also bedeviled with it. And principally, we are looking at issues relating to financing.
Recently, this documentation, they interviewed a different person. He's also saying the same thing about building new 2 years.
After the expose 2 years ago, plans were made for a new morgue, but financial approval from the proposal remains stalled at the highest levels.
There is a proposal of building a whole brand new morgue with state-of-the-art facilities at our training school, audiovisual devices for learning facilities, for learning, to enhance learning and training. And it's stuck at the Ministry of Finance.
There hasn't been any change whatsoever. Are you serious? The government has turned a blind eye. In a follow-up interviewing the head of the Korle Teaching Hospital, he said that when you go to other countries, they have city morgues where people where people who get car accidents, hit and run, somebody went and kill somebody, forensics. They come and host the bodies there, and then they keep the bodies there because it belongs to no one. Ghana, we do not have some, so automatically, Kolebu being the biggest morgue, it becomes our city morgues. Now, when people do hit and run, Obi Wu accident, you see the bodies come there and nobody comes to claim the bodies. They are just left in the and they cannot reject dead bodies. I'm rejecting they go here. Go to Nivi. It can't be done. So they have to take the bodies and care for them. But the government gives them no additional funds to take care of the dead bodies.
Most cities have got a city morgue. Now, this city morgue is a morgue where if you find an abandoned body, hit and run victim, murder victim, or there's a forensic investigation, they have to exhume a body. That's where those bodies will be sent. Okay. Now, we don't have a city morgue in Accra, so Korle Teaching Hospital morgue has become the default morgue. So we always see hundreds of cases brought in. Now, if Korle decides that look, these are not our cases, so we turn the bodies away, what will happen? You will see the kind of outcry that will be in society. But then we are storing all these bodies. Nobody pays Korle Teaching Hospital for storing these bodies.
The government this government is failing, and I'm not talking about the government in power or whatever. The morgue, the problem with the morgue has been there for years upon years. It's not this government's fault. They've also turned a blind eye, just like the previous governments. But I'm not going to touch on that. That is not the main issue right now. The main issue is that the morgue is in a very deplorable state, and they need help. They need serious help. 2 years ago, when he was doing the interview, he interviewed a woman. The woman said that the stigma that comes with being a worker at the morgue, therefore watch the man, watch the woman, boy, boy, be shy so yeah, no one flirt, or one flirt, can say, no one for say, ah, now who dating much the woman? And the way a John, then he starts moving back. Now I'm not why? All of this with this stigma, the health risks, the amount of it's not evidence to them. They interviewed the man there 2 years ago. They interviewed the man there. The man said that he is a senior. As a watchman, he's a senior there. And his pay is not even up to 1,500 cedis. He didn't give an exact amount, but his pay is not up to 1,500 cedis. That is for a senior. And only a penny now or no why a channel. That is a sin. So imagine you're a novice working there. You haven't worked there for long. And that is 2 years ago when things were relatively good as compared to now.
Imagine the work we do as mortuarymen. Our salary is not even up to 1,000 Ghana cedis. It is not easy for us at all. We are really struggling. Our salary should be somewhere around 2,000 Ghana cedis or 3,000 Ghana cedis for senior ones like me.
Why? Upon all the health risks, the states that the working environment that they find themselves in. Bro, did you see that? If who soon aswani ne gu fom e tata fom ho. Na me se akura wu na so wo hyede ma akura wu na wo hye kona bi e wo dem na se wo hu na. You won't be able to stay in the room. So imagine corpses on corpses. Corpse on corpse being stacked upon each other, and they are rotten, you know. This is very, very bad. This is very bad. It's very bad. Somebody will argue that, oh, but funerals, the people who sing their corpses, they take money. It's not free. So what are they using their money for? Okay, fine, they take money for that. But what about car accidents, unclaimed bodies, cases of people who get murdered and they never continue the case, people retiring, people retire. Somebody will get a case. A case will be assigned to a detective. The corpse will be there. It's nobody. He can't. It's nobody's corpse. He will retire. The case will just go, and it will be left like that. The body will still be there. Who is coming to pay for that body? The government turns a blind eye to things like this, and then as time goes on, it just worsens. 2 years ago, a documentary was made. Currently, it is still in the same state. Same state. And it just keeps going down. It just keeps deteriorating. Like it's just bad. Now, in the video, he cited that the World Health Organization has identified AMR, which is antimicrobial resistance. Let me read to you the definition of antimicrobial resistance. Antimicrobial resistance occurs when organisms such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites change in ways that render the medications used to cure the infections they cause ineffective. Imagine Ebola Pro Max, Malaria Pro Max, Tuberculosis Pro Max, HIV Pro Max. HIV or no asa kofa no Pro Max aba. Now asa the plus account. You cannot fight them. You cannot fight them. The amount of pathogens or parasites, I would say, that are in the fluids. Those, oh God, my Lord. Hey. Now, the International Center for Antimicrobial Resistance and Solutions, they've conducted research on the Korle Lagoon. They took 130 samples. Now, the AMR, there are 4 that are killer. They've noticed them in 130. They took 130 samples, and there are 4 pathogens that are deadly. AMR, they are very deadly. Now, out of the 130, 37, the deadly 2, the first deadly 2, 37 samples, they were present inside. And all the 130, the other 2, they were present in all of them.
Korle Lagoon. And then again, we are tracking the spread of these WHO critical pathogens. We've collected 130 samples across the different sampling points from the hospital and also along the Korle Lagoon. Now, these are the 4 critical pathogens the WHO lists as requiring urgent attention because there are no available antibiotics to treat. Carbapenem-resistant enterobacteriaceae, almost 39 of our 130 samples actually have these organisms present in them in different quantities. That is alarming. And more alarming is what you have on the third and fourth bullets. Basically, the third generation cephalosporins and carbapenem-resistant pseudomonas. Basically, almost 100% of our samples cultured these organisms.
And the water has been contaminated to the extent where the amount of bacteria or pathogens that are coming into the Korle Lagoon and the and the amount that are in it is just the same. It's the same. I'm going to do saturation points. I said, the oil, oil, there is no difference. There is no, whether they add or subtract, it is still the same concentration. That is the amount of bacteria that is in that lake, that lagoon. Sorry. Is a fish we bed you? Mamma pedo in that area or whoop the kuno dear whoop fish now was all win so munamne Newman. It's all bush. And I ain't a crayfish naba. So if you are ponano is all faka ponano got fish. Go keep ghost fish it tonight. Da a honey pan dear. In the words of a fear order, eat at your own risk. Don't say you didn't see the video. Don't say you didn't see the video. Eat at your own risk. Okay. Now, me personally, I would like to commend the journalist that actually went to the place to shoot this video. He went there 2 years ago. He went there recently. Gordon Asidiba. Because the stomach, my one of my major concerns right now is how was he able to eat for a week after going to the place? His cameramen, his whole crew, how were they able to function properly? after going to the place, because me images now me who in the video, no, I was they've done their job well. They've actually really done their job well. Kudos to them. Now, some people on Twitter have opinions about the video and a whole lot. Let me read some of the comments. I would rather die in the sea for fish to eat my flesh than die in Ghana. What the fuck is this, bro? When G.D. Mahama, that's John Dramani Mahama, called for upgrades and new morgue, we tagged him as irresponsible. Today, we are back on the same challenge that he sought to correct. I have said that, and I pray to be buried the same day I pass. This will be on my own will. My goodness. Chairman, do you eat meat? Hey, or then bath you some herbs as you be baby? Because hey, that'd be hard. That'd be hard. That'd be hard. I see some of the comments here and I'm laughing. So most of you have no idea this is where you'll be damned first when you die. All these beautiful babes and bearded guys will be going there. Funny enough, you will be placed beside your enemy. Why can't people on X be serious? Like, yo, this is a serious matter. Somewhere, Ghana will frustrate you even after your death. This shithole country, nothing works. Nothing works in this country. From light to water. Water, they have in ever. Yes. Very soon, the water, you open the tap, you get instant Milo. But the Milo won't be edible, unfortunately. The light, they frustrated us for a very long time. Network, in fact, on and off. The water coming soon. Let me continue with the comments. The religious and traditional leaders should engage their people to patronize burying their family members as soon as possible and stop the act of trying to organize huge funerals. This one, I know if we talk some. Ghanaians, Muslims, and Christians should consider early burials if this is the state of our health facilities. Cremation should also be socially acceptable. Cremate. Then we go and dump the ashes in the sea. It is very humane. We should incorporate cremation into our system. And yes, as in was a burial. Although granted, after like 50 years, fine, it will be very fertile for growth and stuff. But it is not the best. We need to adapt cremation because assassination. Galamsi number two they will start digging up where cemeteries to look for gold. They will start digging up cemeteries to look for gold. Now, when you are doing the galamsi, panins, when I was about panning, will be them. Let us cremate. We should learn how to cremate. It is good. Bravery personified. Doff my hat to you and your crew. This is one hell of a reportage. Good job. Nipa nseshi you. Hey! Nipa de nseshi. Because, bro. A very sad country. I commend the journalists. This kind of stench at these places are not pleasant at all, even with the mask. Bro is speaking from experience. And like I said, a krokrawa would and the whole morgue, the whole human being. Now, across a human being, if you don't bath for 3 days, I look at how much you smell. Imagine being dead and you are rotting. One pet. This is not just one. This is a whole fuck. It's a bunch. And you're bunch. I don't know how to quantify them, but and you're bunch. I don't know the English way to quantify them. Like sardine. Some on the floor. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. That's all I have. Honestly, after watching the video, I've lost appetite. You understand? I've lost appetite, but the job must be done. So, yeah. Spread the word, spread the information. You should not let this video just go and it will go and lie somewhere just because, not just because. Freeing the citizens is important, but sometimes Sometimes the dead should also be respected. The citizens, freeing the citizens is important, but the dead, we should also think about the dead because eventually you and I, we will go there. Even if you won't go there, cry, you will die. Your family member, your friend, if you will go there. The state of the place is very bad. We should find ways and means to amend it, to correct it, to renovate. 100 years, no renovation. We say no renovation. No renovation. No renovation. Wow. Share your thoughts about the video. Comment, like, subscribe, watch. Watch. Subscribe to the channel for trending videos, news, and other just like this. Yeah. We out. Bye.